The Icknield Way, 110 miles in 7 non-consecutive days from Ivinghoe Beacon to Nettershall Heath in 2016 and 2017. The Icknield Way is probably Britain's most delightful and most achievable long-distance walk, starting at Ivinghoe Beacon in Buckinghamshire, with breathtaking views across several counties, including the Chiltern Hills, and running for 110 miles across 6 counties to Nettershall Heath in Suffolk. It starts where the Ridgeway ends and ends where the Peddars Way and the Angles Way start. The Icknield Way is believed to be the oldest road in Britain. It consists of charming atmospheric prehistoric pathways running along the chalk spine of southern England, which are said to have been ancient when the Romans arrived. It is quintessentially English. If you are seeking stunning coastal and mountain scenery, challenging gradients and rugged terrain, then this is not the trail for you. Rather, you will experience a gentle bucolic landscape which cunningly avoids more heavily populated areas and taps into the very soul of the beguiling English countryside. This was a mother and son adventure. We walked it in July and August 2016 and September 2017, when my son Alex was 23 and recovering from a debilitating 5-year illness, severe ME, and was starting to get his life back, something which serves as testament to the fact that the trail consists of relatively short and easily accessible stages. Along its course are some of England's best kept secrets, including the following: the peaceful haven of the Tree Cathedral at Whipsnade, the panoramic views which come as a surprise at the top of the Dunstable Downs, the Sharpenhoe Clappers, a hilltop beechwood on the site of an Iron Age hill fort just to the north of Luton, charming chocolate box villages such as Purton, Gaisley and Tuddenham, Royston Cave with its mysterious wall carvings and Knights Templar associations, intersection with the Devil's Dyke, which is a defensive Anglo-Saxon earthwork, the reconstructed Anglo-Saxon village of West Stowe, the King's Forest, a hidden gem below Thetford Forest, Nettershall Heath, a Brecklands nature reserve. Although I have now walked all of the national trails in England and Wales, the Icknield Way is the one that truly captured my heart, and it has the added bonus of running relatively close to home. It gave me such a unique insight into aspects of our area which I never previously knew about, off the beaten track as it were, and provided us with a good workout too. We didn't actually meet a single person who was walking the whole trail like us, only the odd dog walker. Most of the time we walked in splendid isolation. Day 1, Ivinghoe Beacon to Whipsnade, 6 miles. Here is Alex at the start of our journey at Ivinghoe Beacon, the point where the Ridgeway ends and the Icknield Way begins. Looking down towards the Icknield Way from the slopes of Ivinghoe Beacon, a late Bronze Age and early Iron Age hill fort. The iconic Icknield Way milestone marking the start of the trail. Sunlight filtering through the trees near Dargnall. The Tree Cathedral at Whipsnade, a peaceful haven created by a local landowner after experiencing the horrors of World War I. The Tree Cathedral. Wooden sculptures at the Tree Cathedral. Day 2, Whipsnade to Upper Sandon, 11 miles. Looking back towards Ivanhoe Beacon in the far distance where our journey started on the previous day. Taking a break on the Dunstable Downs. Butterfly Bench just to the north of Dunstable. Chalgrave Church. Day 3, Upper Sandon to Ickleford, 15 miles. The Sharpenhoe Clappers. The Sharpenhoe Clappers, a hilltop beechwood on the site of a probable Iron Age hill fort. Deacon Hill. Lunch break on Deacon Hill, just outside Purton, with splendid views across the Bedfordshire countryside. Wildlife Pond in the charming village of Purton. The Old George Pub in Ickleford. Day 4, Ickleford to Royston, 17 miles. Typical open countryside between Baldock and Royston, near Wallington. Yum yum, blackberries near Wallington. Approaching Thurfield Heath just to the west of Royston. The heath is renowned for its rare pasque flowers, which thrive on the well-drained chalky soil and are often found on undisturbed ancient barrows. According to legend, they sprang from the blood of dead Vikings. The heath also has one Neolithic long barrow and 10 Bronze Age round barrows. The homeopathic remedy pulsatilla, which is an excellent remedy for the nervous system, comes from the pasque flower. Thurfield Heath, Royston Cave and the surrounding area have played a significant role in my charmed life, and they are all featured in the chapter entitled The Cave. The heath has been a magnet for me throughout my current incarnation, and I have visited it on numerous occasions for various purposes. One of these visits occurred with my friends Gilly and Claire in April 2009, when we went there to see the pasque flowers. Following our visit, Claire was inspired to write the poem which is featured towards the end of this book. This was published posthumously in 2011 in a collection of her beautiful poetry entitled The Road to Herat. It is highly evocative of the spirit of this magical place and explains in a few words far more than I could ever say in a whole chapter. 9 years later, Gilly was also inspired to write an equally beautiful poem, which is also featured in connection with this chapter. When Alex and I walked down from Thurfield Heath along the Icknield Way and were heading in towards the centre of Royston, I entered into a different state of consciousness and saw concentric rings of energy shimmering above the town. It was another beautiful example of the magical energies that are at work in connection with the cave. Day 5, Royston to Great Chesterford, 13 miles. The Roy Stone in the centre of Royston marks the crossing point of 3 major ley lines. We had lunch in the churchyard in Elmdon. Jersey cows at Freewood Farm near Strettle. Large field between Elmdon and Strettle. Day 6, Great Chesterford to Ashley, 22 miles. The pub in Linton High Street. having great fun on a zip wire in Linton. This was huge fun. Heading up to the water tower just to the north of Linton. Curious sheep near Dullingham. We had lunch at the point where the Icknield Way crosses the Devil's Dyke near Wood Ditton. The Devil's Dyke is one of 5 Anglo-Saxon dykes which lie at right angles to the Icknield Way. The others are Fleam Dyke, which runs between Fulbourn and Bolsham, Brent Ditch, which runs between Pampisford and Abington, Bran Ditch, which runs between Hayden and the Foulmere RSPB Nature Reserve, and Black Ditches at Cavenham. Near Bolsham, the Icknield Way also crosses the old Roman road, the Via Divana, which runs from Colchester to Chester. Day 7, Ashley to West Stow, 15 miles. Amusing sign between Ashley and Dalham. Malting kiln in Dalham. Arriving in Gaisley. Gaisley. Tuddenham Village Green. Alex's new friends, en route from Ashley to West Stow, a reconstructed Saxon village. En route between Ashley and West Stow. Wooden sculpture in the West Stow Country Park. West Stow is an archaeological site and open-air museum, home of a reconstructed Anglo-Saxon village which previously existed there between 450 and 650 AD. Sign outside the entrance to West Stow. Day 8, West Stow to Nettishall Heath, 15 miles. Slogging our way through the King's Forest near Thetford. This was 4 miles in a very straight line. Lunch break in Euston near Thetford. Dead oak tree just outside Euston. Approaching the end of our journey at Nettishall Heath in torrential rain. After 8 days and 110 miles, we sloshed our way to the finishing line at Nettishall Heath in torrential rain. Lessons learnt. You do not have to stray far from home to find some great walks and beautiful countryside. The clappers of Sharpenhoe fame were actually medieval rabbit warrens. Rabbit meat, fur and leather used to be an important part of the local economy. Sharp means a spur of land. The Sharpenhoe clappers are said to be haunted by Cassivelaunus, a 1st century Celtic chieftain who led the local tribes against Julius Caesar in AD 54. Apparently he haunts the area by appearing as a cloud above the hill fort. Sheep racing is a thing.